It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints coming up next.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Falcons make their way out behind their new quarterback for 2024. Signed back in March, the veteran Kirk Cousins.
And coming off of an offseason where Kirk Cousins was coming back from an Achilles injury, he thought that was going to be his biggest challenge. Instead, the Falcons drafted Michael Penix out of Washington in the first round. And while that was a jolt, Kirk Cousins has a great ability to just shake things off, move forward, and let his talents come through.
On play action, Cousins. That's to the former Bear, Darnell Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 4. Now Cousins. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Excellent catch there by Pitts, and there aren't many players in his position who can rival the type of athleticism he brings to the table. Here in year 4, the Falcons, they're expecting a monster year from him.
Play fake, Cousins. This pass is caught by London. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Cousins to throw it. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Saints heading out for the first time, and there's Derek Carr at quarterback in his 11th NFL season now and second in black and gold.
And Carr continues to produce good numbers on paper. He completed over 68% of his passes last season while also throwing 25 touchdowns to just 8 interceptions. But as impressive as those numbers are, the numbers he's seeking, big numbers in the playoffs. And we expect him and his team to be back in the playoff mix when January rolls around.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Carr now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. They give them 27 yards on the third down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Carr. Touchdown! Juwan Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Breaks through the contact. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Play action now. Cousins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
To throw, Cousins.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Cousins.
Right back to Pitts again.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter.
coup for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Carr. The 20. Foul. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Groupie for the extra point. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, Cousins. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin the drive with Robinson. And some room to work. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
And so let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play, but Mark Brunell, when he's at Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy is on fire. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On third down, Robinson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This from 44 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Slot man moves right. To throw, it's Carr. Tries the left side and finds Olave. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Carr going to throw. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The slot man in motion right. And they'll fake the jet sweep there and instead hand it Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. To throw his Carr. Touchdown, Saints! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Here's Groupie for the PAT.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Throwing is Cousins. There's Robinson showing the flash. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now Cousins.
This is Robinson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They're able to complete this one to McLeod. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Cousins. A quick throw there is incomplete. He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Cousins. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Cousins to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down and 10 yards to go. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now first and goal. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing his car. He's got his target. It's Olave. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. So here we go, a big spot now for Blake Groupie. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.